there, this is Samantha Stabs and I'm here at Re3D Austin today, and we're here to give you a tour of our brand new facility that we're in the process of moving in. This is Michael.
Hi, I'm Michael. I'm the ambassador here at Re3D, our education and public outreach officer. I'd like to introduce you to some of our team.
So as a spin-off of NASA, we have a lot of references to the space program around our facility as our team is still figuring out where they're working and our new digs.
This is Mitchell, our software engineer. What are you working on, Mitchell?
I'm working on our Clipper stack. So this is the firmware and operating system that we use on all of our machines. We've currently upgraded to Clipper from Moreland, and it's quite an upgrade. We're using a 32-bit board instead of 16, and we actually have a separate SPC that controls the system, so we have an operating system and Wi-Fi connectivity.
Awesome, thanks for sharing. So our goal of this space is everything will tell a story as you come in and take a tour. One thing that we've been putting a lot of labor of love into is a map here on the wall that shows pins by zip code, and they're color-coded of all the printers around the world in over 50 countries now. We're also hiring. Please tell your friends. We look forward to meeting Jim tomorrow. And we're going to take you around the corner here where we are starting a yellow wall to highlight our Giga Prize winners over the year, to showcase different community groups that have helped us out for free and in kind. And here is where the magic happens. This is our operations area.
Hi, Annabelle.
Hello.
This is Annabelle, our logistics chief. Annabelle, what are you working on?
I am working on permits and shipping and purchasing, a lot of things.
Annabelle makes it all happen here in this corner. You'll notice a lot of supplies. Our printers come with the opportunity to have lifetime customer support, as well as to have a path to upgrade. So there's a lot of different sized objects that we have to ship out here, and then Annabelle takes them out the door with a forklift. You'll see in a second.
Speaking of support, hi Taylor.
Hi.
Here's Taylor, support agent extraordinaire. What are you working on, Taylor?
I'm working on answering support tickets. I specialize in troubleshooting product inquiries and helping field service requests with our customers.
Awesome, thanks Taylor. And over in this area, hard at work is
Cheyenne, hello. I am working on building a printer.
awesome. And Cheyenne, what do you use to build the printer? What's over here?
That is all of our inventory that we use. So we 3D print our own bins in order to put all of our parts into the bins and redesign them how we like.
What's on the other side of this shelf?
That's our QC section. So each of our parts, starting from when we receive them from a purchasing team, gets QC'd. Every step of the process gets QC'd at least once. So some go through 3 different QC processes, some go through 7.
That's outstanding. Now in this corner, it looks like there's a lot going on. That's because we're in the process of getting 3-phase power today for what will be our machine shop. You see this brand new panel that's being stood up, and we have all of the bits and bobs and equipment, CNCs and whatnot to cut that extrusion. Over in this room down here, next to QC, is our electrical room. And we've just installed some anti-static flooring, and you'll notice the equipment and the resources in order to build the electrical box, which is the brains of the printer. We're also thrilled to finally have a proper tool crib with checkout procedures and a break room. We're gonna take you now next door to where R&D. So over in this building is what we call the R&D building. The last building we were in used to be a battery factory. And hopefully over the next quarter, we're gonna combine these 2 buildings into one. This building actually has heritage as a brewery, however, which we think is pretty cool. So it's already set up to be accessible and has a lot of the features that we want in order to host events, as we intend to do workshops as well as development in this space. Now, if you go to the right, you'll see this wall that we're building. We call this open source alley. We're in the process of taking prints we make for our production parts, as well as prints that we've done over the year with the community, or just ones that we love off of Thingiverse and Colts, and putting them on the wall so we can showcase the potential of polymer printing. In this area over here is where we have a number of crates you'll see that we pre-brought prior to moving to mitigate any disruption. We just purchased a curing oven, which we're really excited about, and we move all that around using Alice, our forklift here. So Michael's going to take you over to talk to a couple of our engineers who are working on some cool projects while we're retrofitting this building and getting stood up to give tours.
This is Chris.
Hello.
Chris, can you tell us about what you're doing and tell us about the Recreate It project?
Yeah, of course. Hello. My name is Chris. I'm an R&D engineer here at Re3D. The project that I'm working on is through the NSF Convergence Project. We are collaborating with a lot of schools and institutions across the globe and also Austin Habitat for Humanity. We are sourcing a lot of waste plastics that they receive in store. We're developing a process where we can pretty much granulate waste plastic that they receive and throw directly into the printer in order to print functional and full-scale parts out of it, such that they can sell it back in the store. So we are diverting about 100 kilograms of plastic waste every month from the restore, which they would normally have to pay to either landfill or incinerate. So we're creating a new waste stream. And currently these materials are commonly known as printer materials that are very difficult to print with due to crystallization and warpage, but we are trying to develop a robust and all-inclusive process where we can grab any materials, do not have to separate them by materials or brands or manufacturing times, etc., and we can just throw all of them into a printer and make real useful things out of it.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
So this area right now is got a few things in it. That's because we've been moving stuff around to put in power this week. You'll notice there's a beautiful deck out back that looks out to the 6 acres that we have behind it for additional workshops and community engagement. It even has a food truck hookup, and it's where our goats live during the day as they help us landscape our land. Now to the right where the breweries used to be, we recently filled it up and built a demonstration platform. And we're in the process right now of establishing printers since the beginning of time so we can showcase the heritage of our bots. And if you're a creative, we'd love for you to come and perform and use the space. You'll also notice that there's a number of bins back here, and that's waste that we've gotten from space and on Earth of groups around the world, as well as pellets that we test in our FGF printer. And right behind it are the bits and bobs left over from versioning and surplus inventory that we're standing up to have open builds. So Michael will take us down over here to meet our polymer scientist.
Amber, what are you doing?
I'm also working with Chris on the Convergence project. We're working to, like you said, make functional parts out of polypropylene right now. We're also going to be working with polycarbonate in the near future again. And we're trying to get, right now I'm working on trying to get a big trash can out of this material. So it's from waste to a bin.
That's pretty exciting. Thanks, Amber. We have a few people that are hard at work today that we won't be able to highlight, but they've all contributed quite a bit to helping us organize our fasteners and tool carts as we're starting to stand up an R&D space to the right here where we're working on our custom solutions, as well as a contract print farm. So I think right now we only have 9 printers stood up, but we're in the process of organizing this space so that we can print huge prints that will undergo both materials testing as well as contract prints from the community. Right behind it here is a filament wall we've been building as we're trying to figure out how to organize all the different materials that Gigabyte X can pick with.
And now, research and development. Hi, Will.
Hello.
What are you working on?
I'm working on designing an electrical cabinet for one of our research projects. Currently, we're working on 3 different research grants, and I do CAD on various parts of each of them.
And in this room, a couple of our other engineers sit as well. However, we didn't have time to highlight everyone's awesome work. Thanks for sharing, Will. So as you can see, we're pretty busy. We've got a lot going on. A lot of work still has to be done to round out the building. But hopefully within the next couple months, we'll have everything locked in if you want to come in for a proper tour and hang out, take a class with Michael, and or help us think about more opportunities to dream big and print huge.